Hi guys, it's Chris again with CSG Succulents. Today we're going to do a short video on propagation and how to snap off the leaves properly so that you can be successful in getting little baby pups from the mother plant. Some of the reasons why you want to behead is if your succulent sometimes gets lengthy, or for some reason all these leaves just fell off on this side, and so even though all succulents are beautiful, this guy's kind of seen better days. So see how he's all stretched out? So for whatever reason, he was probably looking for some light, and that's a really good sign that succulents do, and that's how they kind of talk to you. If you see them getting elongated or stretching out, that means they probably need a sunnier spot so they don't stretch. All right, so first off, we're gonna go ahead with the beheading. I just use a knife, a sharp knife, any scissors or anything will do. And you wanna find a spot. I'm gonna behead this one kinda right here in the middle. So you just kinda grab it carefully and cut it gently. This isn't a very good knife, unfortunately. I thought it was sharper. But that works. So that's the product. I know it kinda looks funky, but what I like to do for now, I'll just go ahead and set this guy. I'll set him aside. And the way this leaf is dead, so it doesn't really matter. The way that you want to break off the leaf is you want to get a nice clean snap. So, and if what I've been told, you can either get a snap and just make sure it's a clean one and it should propagate no problem, or you can kind of push down a little bit as you're snapping. So I don't know if I'll do that a little slower, but there's the leaf. See, that's a sign of a clean snap. See how it's just all leaf. So I'll show you one more time and then we'll go through the whole thing. So see how I'm kind of swinging side to side, and then if you listen really carefully, you might hear that snap. There it is. So this is going to be really pretty when they propagate. So I'll go ahead and do this real quick. Don't be scared. You're not going to hurt the succulent. I got this one, came down a little bit right there. So, and just work your way down. So that's just the gist of it. I'm moving kind of quick. These ones come off really easy. Most of them do. You don't want to tear or pull. You just want to kind of snap, work it back and forth. So here it is, all those dead leaves that fell off. So obviously we'll go ahead and get rid of those just because they don't look so pretty. And that's pretty much it. Now, what happens when you behead a succulent is a lot of people who have been brave enough to do it. At first, I was really scared to do it, but what happens is you shock in the plant, so it'll start to produce like crazy. This is a perfect example of one that we beheaded before, and it's a cubic frost echeveria. And if you see, now it's growing a whole bunch all around it. So now, because we beheaded, we've got like 6 or 7 on there. And these are some of the leaves that we were propagating as well, and I just left them in there. And now the whole leaf is gone, and now we got little tiny baby cubic frosts. This is another example. This is a really popular one, Echeveria Lola. I beheaded it probably about a year ago, and it takes a little while, but this is the Lola. That inside there is just one stem, if you can believe it. So I kind of kept this and put it in our collection because it's kind of cool, and Lolas are just beautiful altogether. Here's another example over here. We have this guy who I've let it just kind of grow tall because I just think it's super cool. Like right here, I'll just take off the leaves once they kind of dry. That wasn't a good break, but kind of tuck it up. I don't know if you can see it under there. Same thing, kind of just snap them. Dead leaf, no good. Dead leaf, no good. But you see how this one is growing up, but then we also got these little pups and spider webs. And there's another little pup. I'm hoping that in the long run of this guy that the pups will just kind of grow up around the mom, and then that's a finish. This is a flower stem. You can get rid of these the same way. Just kind of twist them back and forth. When they're dried out, this one might be still a little bit wet, so it's not going to come out as easy. Let's see if I'll just carefully put my hand there. So there it goes, like that. Throw that away. This is another one in a future video, or in the future it's the same one as this one. We're gonna behead it as well. So, but we'll do that later. So now back to the mom, the original plant. We're gonna take off the leaves around here. Same thing. We'll just keep adding them, going from the bottom. Try to do it like this. Maybe you could see it a little better. From the bottom up, just like that. Breaking them off until it kind of starts to get more clumpy. clumped together in the top. See how it's kind of funky looking? So I'm gonna probably take all these ones off, just so it kind of gives it a nice, good fresh start to. See, that one had a little bit of the DNA stuck to it, even though it's all DNA. We were commenting on a video back and forth. Look at that little variegation right there. That's beautiful, man. So I'm gonna save. Oh, there's another one. See, look at that. And you get into your plants and you kind of find new things. It's really pretty, you know. I didn't even know that this one was even at all variegated. So I'm gonna kind of take this guy and I'm gonna set him in a special spot so that I can keep an extra close eye on him when we propagate him. So almost done. Now the trick is you can't really put these back in the ground right away. What you've got to do is you got to let it callus up, and by that I mean the root. Right now it's wet, full of water, so if you were to stick it in the ground right now, it's not going to grow. It'll probably just end up rotting and do nothing other than dying possibly. It might survive just on the water it has for a while, but it's not going to, in the long run, it's not going to help it out. So you got to let this callus up, dry up, give it about 2 to 3 days. 2 to 3 days. Once you see that this is really hard, here's a perfect example of it. We got our cactus that's right here that I chopped the other day. You see how this is completely dry. You can even hear it as I'm kind of going across it. This guy is ready to be stuck right in the ground, and so in the next day or so I'm going to go ahead and do that. But basically, let's fast forward a few days. All you do is just plant it just like so. Make a little hole, whatever you got, and just stick it in there and it'll grow. And then I'll start a whole another plant, and then you got all these beautiful leaves to work with. Look at those beautiful colors. So we'll kind of show you the next stage from here. So I'm gonna stop the video real quick, and we're gonna go over to what we call our propagation station, and we'll kind of give you a layout of the timeline and just kind of give you a little quick view of it. So okay, this is part of our propagation station. If you see here, guys, this is the beginning stages. This is the first go around. This one is just starting to get a little root, and that's after about 2 weeks I put these guys in here, I would say. And if you look over here on this one, same one, it's already starting to make a whole nother baby succulent. So if you kind of scroll down this way, these are the different stages. Right here is the middle stage, I like to call it, and they're getting a little bit bigger. If you look, you can see some of the other ones. There's a good one right there. But if you also notice, they still have their mother leaf. So here's a good one right here. Where are we? There we are. Little, I think that's a pearl von Numberg. These little chubbies, how cute are these? And then this is the final stage, and they're still so little, but this is where I leave them to grow, and then eventually I'll just take them out and plant them in their own pots of their own. So it's kind of hard to see with all the pumice in there, but the pumice helps to absorb some of the water. And also, just so you guys know, on all 3 of these stages, I don't really water very much at all. Just maybe a mist if it's kind of hot out. So just patience, takes time, and eventually you'll get little pups, little babies. Okay guys, there it is. There you have it. That's how you propagate. Not all leaves are successful. Most of them are. So good luck. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, feel free to either email us through our website, www.csgsucculents.com, leave a comment below, or even on Instagram. Check us out and make sure you subscribe below, and because we don't know what we're going to be doing on the next video, probably doing something with how to water a succulent properly. So thanks again for watching, and we'll see you guys later.